welcome back to the Mother-in-Law Suite. Today, I am joined by Adam
Hello.
once again.
Good to be back.
Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back.
Yeah, it's good to be
Now,
back.
before we started this podcast, we have a little confession to make.
We do. This is a special episode of the Mother-in-Law Suite.
Yeah, we had a little bit to drink, so we might be, off topic, or might be trailing off, might be...
You could say...
slurring a little bit,
You could say this is a drinking cast. The Drunkcast.
So, we got a little bit in store for you.
That we do.
Got a few little ideas. Don't know how well they'll turn out, but we're gonna attempt.
We'll give it our all.
We got a little bit of a history lesson.
We do.
Ooh, so just a little sneak peek into the future.
That we do.
But
into the past.
Into the past.
A glimpse
all the way
into the
back
past.
there. So, talking about the past, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since what were you drinking? What you had to drink? Yeah, what were you drinking?
For the shots that we had, I had some cherry Smirnoff. Pretty good. Kept kind of the vodka taste away with the cherry, but still had the burn. And then my sipping brew, having some mead. Some classic old school honey spiced wine.
Ooh.
It's pretty nice.
Ooh.
Pretty
spiced
nice.
Wine.
Drinking it out of a tankard to get that full immersion.
See, I got a little bit of something over here I picked up earlier. It's called Bird Dog. It's apple flavored whiskey.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too bad.
It was okay, but I ain't the biggest on brown liquor. I don't like whiskey that much, or bourbon.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of those.
But I'm fine with some bourbon with some ice in it, like a cigar.
For me, I can do
it.
like shots of bourbon, shots of whiskey, but I'm not a sipping whiskey kind of guy.
No, bro, I could sip. I can't take shots of it.
I can't drink it.
But other than that, I also took a shot of vodka, some Maker's Mark.
There you go.
Like Sam's Club.
Yeah.
And then I got this beer earlier. It was called Big Nose.
Okay.
Yeah, Big Nose, but I think it's Swamp Head Brewery or something like that, and it's Florida.
What kind of beer was it?
It was an IPA.
Okay, Indian Pale Ale. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
See, the only different kinds of beers I've had the normal beer like Modelo and Corona, all those. But I am slightly privy to the I think they're sour ales is what they're called. Because they have the beer taste, but a little something extra that is the sour, and I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, this one was pretty sour. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
It was something.
There you go.
But are you a sipping kind of guy? Like, what's your preferred method?
My preferred
of alcohol
method.
intake?
So if I'm just if there's a sporting event going on,
or do you like shots? Do you like?
Well, see, it depends on what my plan is. If I'm doing a sporting event, I'll just have a beer or something light, a Modelo, wine cooler, just something nice. If I'm planning on getting drunk, then it's shots all the way. Shots of vodka, shots of anything above 40. Or not 40, so it's 30.
Really dependent on situation.
Correct, yeah. But for the most part, nowadays it's more just like a beer. Just something nice to take the edge off.
Do you get hangovers often? If you do, do you have any advice on how to avoid one?
See, this is the weird thing. For all the times that I've gotten properly drunk, I've never once had a hangover.
Let's go.
And I could contribute that to I do drink a lot of water while drinking to kind of offset it. But no, I've never once had a hangover. What I've heard helps a lot with hangovers is I think Gatorade. Immediately waking up with a hangover, drink Gatorade to get the electrolytes and rehydrate. I've heard that helps. But again, never had one, can't really say what's helped me.
What's really good is fatty foods.
Also that, yeah. Because then it
Like
can soak up that
if you
alcohol.
wake up and yeah, if fat metabolizes alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
so if you wake up and eat like, well, eggs aren't really fatty, but they're high in protein,
Yeah.
which will help you like get going in the day. But like if you butter them up and like put butter on your toast and
Mm-hmm.
get like a sausage or some
Well,
bacon or
also
something,
bread. Bread absorbs a lot.
ooh, yeah, very
I've
good.
also heard greasy food helps.
Yeah,
Like I've
yeah,
heard
because
just
it's
a
fatty.
good thing of French fries that'll right you
Yeah,
right up.
righten you right up. You might
Exactly.
spill a little bit. You
Maybe
might
a little.
seems, but you know. Um, what's the strangest alcoholic or craziest cocktail you've ever had? Alcoholic drink. I didn't even
Okay.
finish it.
There you go.
So,
What's the
what is the
craziest
strangest
alcoholic?
alcoholic drink?
The I have I have two things for the strangest stuff I've drank. And they're not so much strange as in like tequila with a worm in it strange, but I've had Stillhouse, which is I think a it's more like a moonshine than a whiskey, but I think it's classified as moonshine, but it came in a paint thinner can. And then I had this beer that came in one of those big cans that had the T-Rex on it that's in the National Field and History Museum up in Chicago. It was their official
Yeah.
beer. And I was like, "Ah, oh, hell yeah. I love dinosaurs. Let me drink this." Had one sip and was like, "This is straight piss from a toilet." Didn't finish it, dumped it out, and didn't drink the rest.
Gross.
What about you? What's the strangest thing you've drank, Tim?
I mean, I've had a lot. Um,
Just a few that comes to mind of like, wow, that's a story.
yeah, I mean, there's different types that I've had
Mm-hmm.
before. I mean, a lot of moonshine.
Yeah. Have you ever had legitimate moonshine? Like you went to some dude's back porch, he's got like a toilet and metal pipes making moonshine. You ever had like true moonshine?
Yeah, actually, there's this guy that we know. Ask me again?
Have you ever had like true moonshine, like being brewed in a toilet with metal pipes coming out of it in the deep south?
Yeah, actually, my one of our family friends
Mm-hmm.
makes his own. Like apple pie moonshine, and when
Oh.
he puts it in mason jars,
Mm-hmm.
he like puts like an apple slice and
That's pretty cool.
like a cinnamon stick in it. And he'll sell it quotation marks.
Doesn't sound too bad. I did see when I was out getting stuff, there was pickle moonshine. Just
Oh yeah,
normal
bro. Oh
moonshine that
yeah,
had a bunch of pickles in it. And I'm like,
yeah.
that sounds like sin, and didn't buy it.
I've I bought them before. They're good.
Oh,
The moonshine pickles, they're good.
I don't know
They're
about
so good.
that. I've heard of like
I
Gatorade
love them.
pickles, but I don't think I
No,
can
that's
do, or not
gross.
Gatorade, Kool-Aid pickles.
But you still get like vinegar and stuff in it.
Yeah.
So they taste like pickles. They just get you a little drunk.
Yeah, I just don't know how to feel about getting drunk off of pickles.
Sorry, hold on. All right. There was this other drink I had that
Mm-hmm.
was like I think it was called it's like motor oil. It's like
I don't think that's edible.
3W40 or 5W40, I think,
Okay.
or like 5W30 or something like that. And it was like this it was like this stout, but it was like espresso. It had like coffee, espresso
Yeah,
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
chocolate. Oh, it was crazy, but it looked like motor oil. If you poured it into a
Yeah, well, it's
glass, it
like
looked like
Guinness. Guinness is super thick.
yeah, bro.
I can't drink Guinness. It's that
I
coffee
cannot
flavor. I
hear.
hate coffee.
It's like a dessert beer, bro. You
Yeah,
drink it when you don't want to eat no more.
I could see that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, you know, you know, we're about a month, 2 months, I mean, month and a half into 2022,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Month and a
So
half.
like, you know, what uh what kind of energy do you have this year so far?
Like
Like,
what? What energy am I getting from
yeah,
2022 so far?
what's the 2022 energy quiz, huh?
So the energy that I'm getting from 22 is like,
Oh, this is the wrong type of energy.
yeah, I think that's like actual energy, not what vibe do you have from 22.
All right, so I got an article for you guys.
Might as well read
It's
it. Let's read about
yeah,
the
yeah,
energy. Let's
yeah.
learn. You learn
I thought it
something
was
new.
like I thought it was like the vibes. Like what kind of vibes do you have in
Nope.
2022? Like what is this year kind of giving you, you know?
I don't think
No,
that's it at all.
it starts out, are you an energy genius? It's hard to tell whether or not Americans are aware of all the energy that controls their lives. The optimistic into the COP2 or what is that? COP26?
26, yeah.
Yeah, is that like carbon?
Bro,
What
I
is
don't
that?
know.
COP26 relies on the fact there that here in the beginning of 2022, global energy has hit some major road bumps. China began rationing electricity as they're running low on coal because of the geopolitical fight with Australia and depressed. Whoa, this is getting
Since
political.
when
This
are
is
we fighting
crazy.
Australia?
Yeah, Europeans are paying sky high prices for natural gases. Asia still prices for LNG increased on the order of magnitude. Protracted calm spells in places like the North Sea have a what is that? Curtailed?
Yeah, curtailed.
Curtailed the output. What does curtailed mean? What is this
I got
word?
no idea.
What is curtailed? Who uses this word?
The energy people, apparently.
Reduce extent and quantity. Impose restriction on. Curtail.
Curtailed. Okay.
Curtailed. The output of the large wind farms essential to the country's energy mixes. Dang. Now I'm actually kind of wanting to find a find a quiz for the 2022 energy.
Find out what vibe you getting from 22.
2022 vibe
Vibe
quiz.
quiz. Ah, that's only gonna take us to great places. What's your 2022 vibe?
Yeah. What's your
It's on
2022
LinkedIn.
vibe? Take our memorable quiz.
Ah, yeah, let's get Mimi in here. Where's the quiz?
This isn't the quiz.
There ain't no quiz
Where'd the
there.
quiz go?
Having some technical
There's no
difficulties.
quiz.
Give us a moment to find the quiz. Vibe quiz.
Yeah, let's do the vibe
Yeah.
quiz.
What vibe are
That's
we
fine.
feeling? There we go.
Girl, check your vibe.
This is gonna be great.
What kind? Should look up our like horoscopes after
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
Let's see what kind of Disney princess I am.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a
What
bit
kind of
Jasmine-y
energy are
right
you
now.
putting into the world? What kind of energy are you putting into the world? Take this 2 minute quiz to find out how your current thoughts, emotions, and actions are manifesting into the great or not so great moments in your life. Be honest and answer based on how you're living right now,
Let's
not how
go.
you hope to be in the future.
Let's send it. Do you want to go
Where?
first or do you want me to go first?
Um,
You want to keep like the
we'll
interview
do
thing?
you'll do the quiz since I'll ask you
Okay, I
the
can do that.
questions. You'll do the
I
quiz,
have
but
it pulled up.
I'll answer every question
Okay.
too. Where do your thoughts go most of the time?
All right, let's see.
I only focus on the moment in front of me. No sense in dwelling or predicting. I'm all over the place between replying my to-do list in my head all day or worrying about the future and ruminating on things in the past. My brain is tired. Maybe you should ask me these questions.
Do you want to reverse it? Do you want me to ask you the questions, then you answer?
Yeah, say,
Okay.
girl, check your vibe.
All right. Where do your thoughts go most of the time? I only focus on the moment in front of me. No sense in dwelling or predicting. I'm all over the place between replying to my to-do list in my head all day, worrying about the future, and ruminating on things in the past. My brain is tired. I can't help but think about how awesome things used to be. What happened? I have a tendency to think about what could happen in the future a little too much. What are you feeling, Tim? Where do your thoughts go most of the time?
I'm kind of all over the place, but at the same time, I try to like focus on the moment itself.
Which do you do more, would you say?
I mean, I live my day to day. I don't
Yeah, I'd
know.
say if you're day to day, it'd be that first one. Focus on the moment. What's going on now?
Yeah, what's going on now?
When something really bad happens in your life, what do? Meditate until you feel calm, then journal about the good that will come out of it. Cry, scream, punch a pillow, take a nap, whatever I need to do to get out of the feelings. Stay calm, put on my game face and do what needs to be done, no need to get emotional. Or ruminate on how awful it is and how much life sucks. Why do bad things always happen to me? What do? The going gets tough. Your dog just died, he ain't coming back. What are you doing?
Dang. Um, um, Probably meditate till you feel calm.
Not a bad
I
option.
mean,
I've heard meditating can help a lot of people.
yeah, no, I meditate quite a bit. Plus, I don't think I like get mad. I don't get mad about it, and I also don't like shut off my emotions. I
Yeah,
just like kind of think about them and accept them.
it's
Like,
a good way to do it. If you're ever feeling super emotional, think about your emotions. Take some you time. So, how many times per week do you make time for an activity that lights you up with pure joy? How often would you say, Tim, that you do something for you?
probably like it's pretty often.
It's good. It's good to treat
Probably
yourself
like
as
three
often
to
as
five
possible.
days.
And it's good for people's mental health. It's good to, go, you want to read a book? Go read a book. You want to go out for a
Yeah,
walk? Go do that. Don't care what other people think. So you mentioned it earlier that you do meditate. How often would you say you meditate, Tim?
daily,
Daily?
about in some form.
Try to get a good meditation in at least every day. All right. When it comes to healthy movement, what do? You don't do enough of it? I know, I'm trying. Do you get in a good sweat sesh a few times per week on a good week? Have a solid weekly routine that includes several workouts? Or do you work out hard most days and make sure to push yourself? See, you've been working out quite often.
Yeah,
I'd say you
I
work
try to
out
do it
pretty
like
hard.
4 times. Yeah, I have a solid weekly routine that includes several workouts. I really enjoying along with a few rest days. Yeah,
Yeah,
because like I don't do it every day, and I definitely have days where I just I'm like
yeah,
nah.
of course, of course.
But
How well do you manage life's stressors? Do do you or does it haunt you? You can't sleep, you can't eat, you're irritable. Do you get worked up when something stressful comes your way, but you know exactly what to do to calm yourself down? Do you try to not get stressed, but just keeps happening? Or do you not have any stress at all? How do you deal with your stress, Tim?
um, I kind of get worked up. Like I kind of get worked up.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's like we'll go with answer B, the second one.
There you go. Yeah.
Kind
Everyone
of get
gets
worked up
worked
when
up.
something stressful comes my way, but you know exactly what to do to bring me back, or I know exactly what to do to bring me back down, back to normal, back to the zen-like state
Yeah.
I'm at all the time.
How much time do you devote to self-care each week?
Oof. Um,
Isn't
One to
this
two
kind of like
times.
the
They're probably like 3 to 5 times. Yeah, this is almost like the other one.
yeah, the other one? But yeah, 3 to 5.
I
What's
don't
your
know. Kind of
relationship with
daily.
your
It's I
body?
was. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Girl,
that's a
check your
weird
vibe.
question.
It says, "Girl, check your vibe" over the
Oh yeah,
top.
we may have had an issue beginning with this might be a quiz for girls. Nothing
No,
wrong
it's
with that,
fine.
but
No, it's fine. That's the gag.
it's the gag. Hope I'm a
That's the
pretty
gag.
princess.
Yeah.
I hope that's my vibe.
Um, I don't know. Periods of clouds and sun, I guess.
There you go. That's
I've
good.
gotten to a place in neutrality. God, that's horrible. Periods of clouds and sun, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, depending on how you're looking at it. Usually I'm fine,
yeah.
but some days I'm like, dang, I shouldn't have eaten that extra cheeseburger yesterday or
I
something.
get that. I get
Like,
that.
which is like clowning myself, so it's my own thing.
When you hear
I love
about
my
the
body. I
importance
should
of self-love, what do you do?
believe it 100%.
Yeah, it's good to love yourself. It's important. It's important to love yourself first before you love others.
Yeah.
What would you say, Tim? How would your best friend describe you? You know, your ride or
Well,
die, your brother. How would he
well,
describe you?
out of these options,
Mm-hmm.
the one that's always peaceful, happy, and has all the good luck, the one that's been through a lot and made it the best of us, the one that has her moments sometimes, a sweetie, sometimes a tornado of stress and negativity.
You're a real sweetie, Tim.
The one bad luck seems to follow. There's always something dramatic going on. Uh, Probably the one that's been through a lot and made the best of it, I guess.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I think Weston would say that about me.
You know, you're good at forgiving others, Tim, and yourself for past circumstances. How true is that statement?
True.
Are you proud of who you are, Tim?
Kinda, I
Yeah,
guess.
I don't think there's anyone on earth right now who is proud of who they are. You know your purpose in life? You going after it, Tim? Do you know your purpose?
Yeah, I think so.
What is your purpose?
Yeah,
What
I'm
do you
going
feel
after
like your purpose is?
to be to have a family. I don't know. I guess.
Something.
I guess maybe have a family. I mean, I don't really have like a dream job.
Yeah.
I know I want to, you know, be a dad someday,
Yeah. Typical
but
white
I'm
picket
young.
fence life. I get you. I get you.
Yeah.
You take care of your body and treat it well with proper nourishment, rest, movement, hydration, self-care, and non-toxic living. Do you do that?
Ugh. Um, Non-toxic living.
I'd say kinda.
False.
Oh, going full false.
I'm drinking.
We
We
are drinking
drinking.
tonight. That is true.
Non-toxic. We drinking. No.
We
We
drinking.
toxic as we toxic. Yeah.
Putting toxins in us. That's how toxic we are. Would you
Yeah.
say you have a tendency to compare yourself to others?
Um.
I know that I do. I have a bad tendency to compare myself to others.
Kinda.
Yeah. Ah, give them your email to get the results. Wow, that is scummy. Hey, do our quiz. Give us your
We
personal
gotta.
information.
I'll do a burner.
Yeah, burn them. And what's your name? The first
Oh
letter.
my god.
Just that's your name. Just remove the link at the end. Check your inbox. Oh, Jesus.
We're checking my inbox.
Let's see. What are your results? Let's find out what vibe you're giving off to.
It's definitely gonna be in spams, or it's
Oh,
not gonna
without a
send.
doubt it's going to be sent in spam or not sent. Maybe social? No, they're totally not
Dang.
sending it. Well, to answer the question for you, Tim, I think you're giving off pretty good vibes for 2020.
Dang.
2022.
Just
I'd
really
say,
didn't send it.
yeah, I'll be the answer. Say you're doing good. Giving off good vibes, helping people. Say you're doing good.
No.
You know, that ain't, they lied to you. They ain't sending nothing.
No. No. God.
And now they have
Girl,
your
I don't know.
fake
I don't know
burner.
what my vibe is, girl.
It's okay, girl. We'll figure it out.
Unstuck podcast. Is this a rival podcast? Should write to them.
Maybe,
If
maybe
you
not.
listen here, if you're listening here, tell them I want my results.
Tell them, give us our results.
Give
We
us
took
my
your quiz.
results. We took your quiz. Think anybody listens to Unstuck?
They scammed us out of our answer.
Yeah. That's what it was. A
135 episodes. We got
scam.
some catching up to do.
Too niche or not too niche? They got some pretty good names though.
They do.
Do you, do you really need an email list? I mean,
7 tips
do
to be
you
more
really need my
productive.
email to, give me my answers to your quiz? Come on now.
The
The only
only
content creation strategy you need.
the
How
pros
to
and
attract
cons.
an
What is
audience. Oh
that
my
word?
god.
Oh, solopreneur? Did you
Being
say solo entrepreneur?
solopreneur.
That is one
It
of the
sounds
dumbest
like
words I've ever seen.
it makes you. Oh my god, that's horrible. Yeah, unstuck.
I'm
Come on.
sure they're good people with a great podcast. But first
Unst-
impressions, they didn't give him his email.
yeah, I want to.
He wants to know what
want.
kind of vibe he's
I want
giving
to
off.
know if I passed the test. That's all I want to know. Did I pass the test? Am I smart enough to be
You might have failed
having
the
a
vibe
positive
check.
vibe? Oh my god, I might have just failed the vibe check. They didn't want to tell me straight up.
No, they were
I
afraid
feel
to tell
bad.
you.
Dang. Scared of what I was gonna do.
They were.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we're gonna reference back to earlier.
That we are, that we are.
You said you were drinking mead.
I'm drinking some mead, some honeyed wine. Some might
How's
say a
that mead?
spiced wine. It's
How's that?
pretty okay.
It's treating you well?
Yeah, it's doing good so far.
Oh yeah.
I very
Okay.
much
Okay.
enjoy it. It's got a honey aftertaste, I'd say, but you get that spice immediately. Not like a burn like hard liquor, but there's a bit of a warming element to it.
I mean, mead is like Nordic, right? To an extent.
I think so, yeah. I think mead has its origins in the, well, you might say is the Viking area and
Hmm.
era. Speaking of the Viking era, I hope you're ready for history time with Adam. Take a seat at your desks. Let's learn something. Number one, Vikings didn't wear horned helmets. Forget almost every Viking warrior costume you've ever seen. Sure, the pugnacious Norsemen probably sported headgear, but that whole horn festooned helmet look? Nah. Depictions dating from the Viking Age don't show it, and the only authentic Viking helmet ever discovered is decidedly horn free. Painters seem to have fabricated the trend during the 19th century, perhaps inspired by descriptions of Northern Europeans by ancient Greeks and Roman chroniclers. Long before the Vikings' time, Norse and Germanic priests did indeed wear horned helmets for ceremonial purposes. On to number two. Lesser known fact, Vikings were known for their excellent hygiene.
What?
Yeah, they were very clean people. Between rowing boats and decapitating enemies, Viking men have stunk to high Valhalla, right? Quite the opposite. Excavations of Viking sites have turned up tweezers, razors, combs, and ear cleaners made from animal bones and antlers. Vikings also bathed at least once a week, much more frequently than other Europeans of their day, and enjoyed dips in natural hot
Hold on.
springs.
Hold on. You weren't getting past us with that one. What'd you just say?
You gotta pick the word.
Said,
I said a couple
said
words there horribly wrong.
frequently.
Frequently than other
You said
Europeans. Frequently. But
frequently.
yeah, it is. I heard stories of European women actually choosing to go with Vikings because they were cleaner than their European counterparts.
Ew.
On to number
Let's
3.
go.
Vikings used a unique liquid to start fires. Clean freaks
Piss.
though they were, the Vikings had no qualms about harnessing the power of one human waste product. They would collect a fungus called touchwood from tree bark and boil it for several days in urine before pounding it into something akin to felt. The sodium nitrate found in urine would allow the material to smolder rather than burn, so Vikings could take fire with them on the go.
Oh my god.
Something a little
I was
interesting to think
right.
about.
I was right.
What were you right about?
I said piss when you asked the question.
Oh, I didn't even hear you, but yeah, you were
I
right.
said
The
piss.
Vikings used pee to start fires.
Let's
On to number
go.
4. Vikings buried their dead in boats. There's no There's no denying Vikings loved their boats, so much that it was a great honor to be interred in one. In the Norse religion, valiant warriors entered festive and glorious realms after death, and it was thought that the vessel that served them well in life would help them reach their final destinations. Distinguished raiders and prominent women were often laid to rest in ships, surrounded by weapons, valuable goods, and sometimes even sacrificed slaves. I think that's where the Viking funeral comes from, where, they send the boat out and launch an arrow at it. I did think I heard that they didn't set those on fire too often, though.
Yeah, I think it was only if they were really important.
I think so. On to number
Like or
5. We're halfway through the list. Vikings were active in the slave trade. Many Vikings got rich off human trafficking. They would capture and enslave women and young men while pillaging Anglo-Saxon, which is Britain in modern days, Celtic, which is Ireland, and Slavic, which is the Russian regions. Settlements. These thralls, as they were known, were then sold in giant slave markets across Europe and the Middle East. Number 6. Viking women enjoyed some basic rights. Viking girls got hitched as young as 12 and had to mind the household while their husbands sailed off on adventures. Still, they had more freedom than other women of their era. As long as they weren't thralls, Viking women could inherit property, request a divorce, and reclaim their dowries if their marriages ended. Number 7. Viking men spent most of their time farming. This may come as a disappointment, but most Viking men brandished scythes, not swords. True, some were callous pirates who only stepped off their boats to burn villages, but the vast majority peacefully sowed barley, rye, and oats, at least for part of the year. They also raised cattle, goats, pigs, and sheep on their small farms, which typically yielded just enough food to support a family. Number 8. Vikings skied for fun. Scandinavians developed primitive skis at least 6,000 years ago.
Imagine like pillaging a village and be like, I could go for a ski right now.
I think that's what they did, or skiing into a village raid. Though ancient Russians may have invented them even earlier, by the Viking Age, Norsemen regarded skiing as an effective way to get around and a popular form of recreation. They even worshipped
such an intense image.
a bunch of
Just
Vikings
imagine.
skiing into a town.
Yeah, just imagine like being in your village home, your little log house, right?
Yeah.
And like you're sitting there and you're tanning some leather,
Yeah.
right? And you're looking out the window.
And you're like,
And
what are those
you
dots
see
coming down the
little
hill?
you see little Nordwalk or
Nordic?
like no, not Nordic, like little I was gonna say I was trying to think of a name. Like a Jorminger. You
Oh.
see Jorminger or something, like when
Yeah.
you're a little kid
Mm-hmm.
running out there playing around in the grass and
Yeah. Grass and
throwing
snow.
axes and what.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you see on the mountain you see these like ants coming
Like,
down
those
this
ants
hill.
are moving really
And then
quick.
you realize, oh, those aren't ants, and
Those
they're
are
just
Vikings.
it's like a different tribe
Yeah.
just coming at them,
That had to have
chucking
happened at least
axes.
once.
Oh my
A
god,
ski
that's
raid.
ski raid, bro. And these just jacked people coming
Just
down.
jacked
You
dudes,
just
war
see like
horns.
Thor, like just leading the tribe. Like everybody's skiing except Thor. He's
Yeah.
snowboarding because he's
It's
just
just
that much cooler.
snowboarding.
Yeah, he's just
Well, to go
snowboarding.
along with that, the Vikings had a god of skiing, Uller.
God of
Yeah,
skiing. Oh
ULLR.
God.
Number 9. Viking gentlemen preferred being blonde. To conform to their culture's beauty ideals, brunette Vikings, usually men, would use a strong soap with a high lye content to bleach their hair. In some religions, beards were lightened as well. It's
I thought you
likely.
said blind.
No, blonde.
Okay, I was about to say. I
Yeah,
was
no,
like
the Vikings weren't
blind.
going around blinding themselves. It's likely these treatments also helped Vikings with a problem far more prickly and rampant than mousy manes: head lice.
I was like, what are they using bleach for?
Yeah, using it to bleach their hair
dang.
and to prevent head lice. And the last
Oh, I
one,
just
number
thought they were
10.
pouring bleach in their eyes. I was
No.
just like, what are you saying to me right now?
Number 10, the last one. Vikings were never part of a unified group. Vikings didn't recognize fellow Vikings. In fact, they probably didn't even call themselves Vikings. The term simply referred to all Scandinavians who took part in overseas expeditions. During the Viking Age, the land that now makes up Denmark, Norway, and Sweden was a patchwork of chieftain-led tribes that often fought against each other, when they weren't busy wreaking havoc on foreign shores, that is. And that is the last of the fun facts about the Vikings from History Channel, so you know it's got some merit.
Probably so.
All right.
Try to get like 30 minutes out of this.
Yeah. We're at 57 so far.
Yeah, I might be able to get 30 minutes usable.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Today was recommended to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, let's get
pardon
our,
me.
our nightly. What have you been listening to, Tim?
Uh, Today was recommended to me by Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
Animals as Leaders came out with a new single.
Okay.
Gordian Knot, Gordiannaught,
Mm-hmm.
mentioned Animals as Leaders before. Very good, progressive instrumental metal band.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Instrumental progressive metal band. My bad. That's the correct genre.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've been listening to a podcast as well. If you got some anime fans and listening to us, and
Mm-hmm.
you're looking for something else to listen to, maybe a competitor, I won't. I'll give you one out.
Yeah.
Trash Taste is kind of cool.
Okay.
Um, it's these two British dudes.
Yeah. Cross the pond, homies.
Yeah, the thing is two British dudes
Mm-hmm.
and an Australian dude.
Okay.
But the other British dude is half Thai, and the Australian dude is half Japanese, and they live in Japan.
Okay.
All of them live in Japan, and they have this in-person podcast. It's called Trash Taste.
Mm-hmm.
So with Joey, the anime man, Grant from Gig, Arizona. I don't even know. Giguk, Gigguk, and Connor from CDAWGVA.
Never heard of either of
Um,
those places.
yeah, they're some people. Well, those aren't places. Those
Giguk,
are their YouTube
Arizona?
channels. No, Giguk is like Gig Guck, Arizona, Kansas, or something like that. Or
I
I
see
don't
now.
know. Or it was like no, it was like no, 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 no. It was Giguk, like Gig UK or like Gig United Kingdom, but there's
Ah,
like at the end.
I get it. I
But there
get
was
it.
like an Arizona. My bad. That was my
Okay.
bad. I'm
You're good.
sorry.
You're good.
Um, Another band
Mm-hmm.
is I've been listening to some Sound Struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I think I mentioned them before.
Yeah.
It's a solo act right now,
Mm-hmm.
this newest album, but it's really good.
Yeah. I've been listening to recently on YouTube. I rediscovered. I'd known about them, but I started listening to them again. It's this YouTube channel called String Storm. It's gonna sound a little weird, but let me explain. So if you're into Warhammer 40K specifically, such as I,
Oh my god.
yes, it is a YouTube channel that sings songs based on events in the 40K universe.
God.
They're more heavier metal, not like screamo or nothing like that, but heavier songs. I quite enjoy them. I've been listening to one of their newer songs. Newer is in 8 months ago new. It's called Death of Horus. Pretty good. I quite enjoy it. They got a couple good ones, about varying factions. They got one about the Eldar called Rana
That is.
Dandra, something like that. They got one about the Lamenters, my favorite chapter.
Oh
So
my
if you
God,
if
bro!
you
I
like,
can't. That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
it's very
It's just.
crazy.
Oh my
I think they
God.
cover mostly. They have their own stuff, but a lot of their Warhammer songs are covering a band called HM Kids, which I think is also another Warhammer 40K based
So it's a
band
cover band of a
of a
band.
band. I
So it's a Warhammer cover band
I wouldn't
that
say they're a
covers
cover
songs by
band.
another band. Most of their songs are covers, are they not?
I'd
Is that
say
what you just said?
that might be what I just said, but we've had a
Yeah,
couple
that's what I'm
drinks.
saying, bro. No, no,
Not
I'm just saying. I just think it. I think it's funny to think it's that many layers deep. Like it's not just like a.
I'm
Oh,
making it
that's
sound
this
more
band.
in depth than it is, but
But
okay.
I
So
think it's
for
funny. No, I think this is like a family tree. There was like one band and it had an
yeah,
offspring, and then that band started. Oh my
for
God, bro.
layman's terms, it's just a band that sings about Warhammer 40K. But they got some good songs. So shout out to String Storm, your little channel. If
Goodness.
you like Warhammer or rock, maybe give them a listen.
Zooey Mama.
That's copyrighted. I don't know if we can say that.
No, it isn't.
Oh, I'm willing to bet Diary of a Wimpy Kid Boys
It
copyrighted
is
Zooey
not
Mama.
copyrighted. It is fine. I'm saying Zooey Mama all I want.
When you get sued, it's on you.
Alternate spelling.
Zowie Mama. There we go.
Zooey Mama is WII. One word.
Gonna get
ZOOWII.
us copyright claim.
MAMA. Nah, bro.
Yeah, that's what I've been listening to. You know what you've been listening to, Tim? I'd
I
say
already
that's
gave what I was listening to.
exactly. No, that's what we know what you've been listening to.
Oh, you said we know.
We know,
Oh,
yeah.
well. Yeah, we know. That's
Say that's
like Elder Scrolls hand. Like we know. It says
we know.
that's
Oh,
the Dark Brotherhood.
Dark Brotherhood. We
Giving me
know.
eyes like I don't know what I'm talking about. Dang.
You can't just
Sorry,
throw
it was an
out Elder
obscure.
Scrolls lore.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I mean, it
I
says
haven't
we know.
played an Elder
There's this
Scrolls
like
game in a
handprint in my
while.
job, like in my work, that has like the exact handprint from that.
Are you
It doesn't
working
say
for the
anything. I
Dark
want.
Brotherhood?
Yeah, bro. I guess.
Have you killed people,
Goodness.
Tim? Do we need to have this talk? Have you assassinated multiple prominent figures in Tamriel already?
Yeah, bro. You know,
I don't think you
I
should admit that.
you know,
The Imperials
some
are gonna
Jarls
get you,
just
man.
got him coming, bro.
How did you pronounce Jarls? Did you just say some
Jarls.
Jarls?
I don't know what I said. I guess Jarls, yeah.
In the
I don't know
Ural
why I said that.
Mountains.
Ural.
But yeah, I think this
Dang.
is a good time to call it.
Yeah, I think this is about that time.
Yeah,
I think it's about that time to end.
about that
It was a
time.
long one. We're tired.
We are, yeah.
Little
The
tipsy.
sleepiness of alcohol starting to kick in for the both of
Yeah,
us.
kind of getting a little crazy.
Just a little.
Just a little.
Apologies if this is a hard episode to listen to. We did our best trying something new.
Probably not the best.
Probably not the greatest.
All right. Thank you, Adam.
Yes, it's always a pleasure.
And
thank you, listeners, for listening in.
no.
Don't say nah. You can't have me thank
no.
the listeners and be like, no,
No,
don't
no,
thank the
no,
listeners.
We're here because of us, not because of them. They're here.
No, we have to thank the listeners.
No.
Don't listen to this Tim guy.
I don't think.
Don't listen to him. Thank you,
I
listeners.
don't
We
think
greatly appreciate every view you can give us and every listen. We love you. We love you.
Know your place.
No, you don't have your place is here with
I
us.
should be charging you to listen to me.
Not at all.
But all right. Adios. We'll see you guys next time.
Hope to see you again soon.
До свидания.
До свидания.